Good evening, one and all. It's Friday, it's the end of the week, or at least the working week, and it's time for us to be jumping in to the Flower Valley in Minecraft once more. And we're on the pause menu here rather than the actual main menu. One, to get things preloaded, and two, I just wanted to share, I checked on this world just before stream, make sure everything was nice loaded and ready to go, to discover someone hiding in my villager trading hole. Just chilling over there. And I really hope he's not tearing any of it to pieces, because I see he has a block in his hands. I have no idea what block he's carrying. Please don't break my stuff. Today is about to be a facelift, not that. Anyway, welcome on in everyone. Hope you are doing well. Hope you've had yourselves a wonderful working week and a lovely weekend to look forward to as well. Mirrorly, thank you very, very much for gifting the 5 subs over to the community as well. So getting started there. So it's gone out to Ragnar Prime 69, to Russian Killer 5, to Finna Roast You, to Huston Sonchen. I'm getting it all minimized here. Yeah, there we are. And Cyborg FX, of all names. There we are then. Really, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs there. I do appreciate it. Cheers indeed. But yes, this is good old Flower Valley, and there are a couple important things you must know about the Flower Valley if you indeed you are relatively new to these Minecraft streams when we do them on a Friday. One, this is called the Flower Valley because we go up here. It's a valley surrounded by a hell of a lot of flowers, and I mean a hell of a lot of them. Like, they just keep going. There is a lot of these little pink flowers here. So, makes sense. It's a Flower Valley. Secondly, and this especially goes out to you UK folks here, you'll notice that this is Minecraft, not the real world, and therefore, and this is a note to myself as well as you guys, there is absolutely nothing political here. No politics involved, alright? So don't you worry about that. It's just Minecraft. So, with that in mind, today, rather than go hunting out for resources, go gallivanting off into the distance for a mesa biome somewhere in that direction, or a desert somewhere in that direction. Yes, I've gone and found both of those. Now, we don't need to be doing that today. Instead, this area needs a facelift. It really does need a makeover, because whilst we have this one structure here, what are you carrying? Grass block, okay. Because whilst we have this structure, which is actually somewhat put together with a design of sorts, it's made to look a little prettier, even with just completely cosmetic smoky chimney. You gotta love that. The rest of the place is Kengineer functional. Yeah, you're expecting First Descendants? Yeah, no. From what I've heard, I don't think I have a reason to stream it, I'll be honest with you. So, for starters, I don't really need another game like Warframe. I have Warframe, to be quite honest. I really don't need anything more to try and scratch that itch. That itch is well and truly scratched. There is practically a scar on my back from how much that itch is scratched. It's fine. Secondly, from what people were saying about the monetization of First Descendants, I'm not sure I even want to begin to touch it, to be quite honest. And that led into a whole discussion last time about, pay to win. I'm just going to casually jump around my base while it's talking about that. So yeah, Minecraft doesn't have that. Minecraft doesn't have all of that BS. Instead, you buy the game and we have the game. Ta-da! Brilliant. Now, you'll notice there's a lot of just exposed stuff. I mean, look at this. We got redstone literally just out on the side of the mountain here. It is functional. It does a very, very important job. This bit is connected up to a sticky piston, which will block a daylight sensor to turn this farm off. Not that I really need it off. Oh, hello. That's just arrived. What's it got inside? Yep. Couple greeneries going away, because that is a combination bamboo and cactus farm. Minecraft's pay to play? Yes, you buy the game, you play the game. I would say that yeah, there's not really any more qualification needed on that. It's just you pay, you play, simple as that. Now this combination farm, we've got the bamboo side of it here, running with a simple little flying machine. How did bamboo get there? Alright, well, that happens. I'll just grab it. Whatever. Just chuck it on the ground. The minecart will get it. Anyway. So this very, very simple little flying machine pops across here and back, drops all the bamboo onto the ground, most of it, and that gets scooped up underneath by the minecart going around. Queen wanting rock vocal. I'm actually going to decline that right now, Queen. I'm going to refund you the points on that and decline that. I don't want to switch to that right now. But I needed more than just bamboo, and so I dug up into the mountain. Into the caves worming their way around. And so if I just put on 2 stacks. 2 stacks of 20 cactus. So we've got, well, 2 layers rather than 2 stacks. 2 layers of 20 cactus, which gives us 40 cactus popping off every now and then. And oh, there goes one. I don't know if that successfully made it to the ground. That is a downside with automatic cactus farming. It will sometimes just not make it. But it's good enough. It's not perfectly efficient, but it is automatic. Hello, Yum. I've had myself a good week. I hope you've had a good one as well yourself. Let me say, no, rain doesn't work like that. But every time I see exposed redstone, I get this spike of worry that rain will wash it away. I know what you mean, yeah. It feels like it should. It feels like it, absolutely. Also, if you ever want to slightly be annoyed at redstone in Minecraft, have you ever noticed how...
Engineer. Smile.
Just break it off from that thought to say thank you very much for Radica. Subscribe with your Prime. Up onto 6 months. You got a lovely gold badge next to your name now. Radica. Thank you very much for continuing as a boy. I appreciate it. Cheers and hello to you. But yes, if you have a look at redstone, you'll notice there is a significant problem with redstone. It's not connected. There is a gap. The redstone doesn't reach all the way. We got all this wiggliness. It goes acrosswards for some reason here, but you get here and there's just a gap. It just stops. And it happens here too. Both on the horizontal and the vertical, there's just gaps in it. Well, it's redstone? Not quite what that means. But all this lot, the minecart goes around, feeds through to here, drops it off onto this double hopper system, feeds into this chest. That just gets it through the circuit there and empties out the cart as quickly as possible. That then will feed through into this one, so I've got backup storage, and this is where the cactus stops. But if it's not cactus, it's going to be bamboo and it gets picked up by the item filter here. That one, we just go in the access hatch. That item filter will bring it down here and into the brand new auto crafter. And this one is just going to happily turn any bamboo that arrives into bamboo blocks completely automatically. I love that. I love that brand new block there. So you can see the redstone counting up as it fills up, and then it just activates. Very, very simple stuff. That's it. I know I could use a more compact circuit if I wanted to use additional comparators, but this, you can just see it actually counting through and then triggering, and it's beautiful. I like that. And still fits nicely within the footprint of the side of the mountain here. So, again, very happy with it. And all of that just stacks up into here, and you can see it is gathering. So I'm quite happy with how that has turned out. We got the good old cobblestone generator in there. We got the honey farm doing well nicely here. Very nicely. Need to make sure the supplies are actually all okay on that. Let's check on the stuff above the bees. We got plenty of bottles here. That is good. A couple slots getting a little bit low there. That one's got a couple low slots. And that's doing absolutely fine. So yeah, I do need to get some more glass. Really fill those up so they just never have a risk of running out. But all of that lot is just super, super exposed right now. This, I have had constant complaints from Still especially going, where is the ceiling? Where is the roof? And I do need to do that. I do absolutely need to put a roof on this. I need to cover up this at the back here. This is all exposed and ugly looking. Like, the whole point of burying some of the farms in the mountain was to not have to do half of that. But these ones are out here. That needs sorting out. I would like to have better places for these farms, because as much as they look nice, they're kind of just plonked on the side here and it feels a bit off. So I'll look into alternative options. Is that guy ever going to leave? Okay then. So that needs sorting out. I still don't know what to do with these allays, but I have them. Following on from that, I think it's probably about time to then also consider... Yeah, I think the next step would be to set up automatic farms for these two in a more appropriate fashion. I mean, I probably have every chicken product I'm ever going to need at this point. Like, I've got a lot of it. I probably am never going to need any more... Oh god, so I'm picking up stuff. Any more chicken product than that. I think I'm fine, but... I'll figure out what I want to do with that and how I want to do with that later, I guess. And then there is the fact that this is currently a floating platform, which doesn't really make a lot of sense, and this is an even more floating platform, especially with that bridge next to it. So these are all the bits and pieces I need to get resolving around here. I think the first starting point is going to be very simple. It's over at the back here. This is the most tucked away area. It's therefore the easiest to kind of put a facade onto. But it is this area that I think needs to be addressed first. I'm going to take it away from being just shoved into the mountain and give it some infrastructure around it. Give it a little bit more visible purpose. I think that's going to be the way forwards on this one. Castle said, Kenji, I got a burning question I simply need an answer to. What would you say your accent is? It's very pleasing. It is one of the possible accents you can get from being born and raised in Britain. I don't have a particularly regional accent because the region I grew up in, both my parents and I do not like the regional accent, and so I was successfully raised without it. But it means I don't really have a regional one, just a kind of a conglomeration of British aspects, I suppose. It's not quite BBC British. It's not Queen's English, it's just clearly British, really. That's the long and short of it. Okay, so, with designing up this area, what I'm thinking is that we'll keep the deep slate bunker pretty much as it is. What I could do is then have a bamboo extension coming up around this area. So I can have that kind of coming up and over and dropping down around here. Want to really cover up this entire section and give it kind of a spire approach so it fits in with the verticality of the mountain here. That's what I think should work. If I had to guess just how many accents does the UK contain, about as many accents as it has grains of sand. Somewhere around about there. The way Britain works, you can pretty much just take 5 steps and you'll find a new accent. If you don't like the accent, go to the next village over. There's another accent there instead. By the way, mind if I ask why the LGBT tag is on the stream? Yeah, because I am... I identify along that side. I don't know why I'm being so cagey about that. I'm gay. It's as simple as that. But more generally, it is also to say that that is not just merely tolerated, but welcomed here as personal identities. And for anyone who has an issue with that, that tag says to them very explicitly, go away, find somewhere else. If you got a problem with our existence, don't be here. That's what the tag really says. Yeah. I know it might be a little on the odd side, like, well, we just had a whole Pride Month, where was all the song and dance about it? Doesn't need it from me. We're not trying to make some major statements on the stream here in that regard. It's just there, really. It's just existence for me. Right, let's pop that out of my way. Get those up just stacked out of the way there. Let's grab a bunch of these. Craft a few planks out of it. And I'm thinking what I could do is I could do a little bit of foundational work with the green bits. And then have it yellow upwards. Because I think if I just oh, not side on. That would look bad. Okay, I don't like the difference in the hatching. That going across and that going vertical, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. Is there a way I can resolve that? Aha! Yes, I can do it that way. Yeah, so I could have greens at the bottom and then yellow up on top, which will be the main block and allow me to go into the more varied palette that can be done with the bamboo planks, or varied objects. That should work. I suppose my base has a lot of automated farms, but I don't have all the time in the world to just collect the materials myself. Yeah. I have to have it all automated as much as possible. Doing it manually? Ugh. That's silly. Alright, so think about it then. One thing that needs to go away to get this started is I need to remove this roof. Oh! Okay, I forgot the lava was right there. Thanks, past Ken. That was dangerous. I thought the lava was a block down. Okay. Do I have a set of deep slate? Deep slate should be down here. Deep slate. Right then, let's grab a few bits of cobble deep slate and deal with that mess. Absolutely. Okay. So this time without singeing me legs. Yep, I'm going to lose some of those pieces. I don't care. I can get more. Idea is that I just need to uncover this because slabs get in the way for construction, unfortunately. There we go. Right then, and yeah, this could just be replaced with a solid line of blocks as well. That'll be safe. Alright, apparently this is all slabbage too. Slab, 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 slab. There we go. Alright, that's all removed. Let's bring this all up a layer. Yeah. That shouldn't be interfering with the redstone. Hold it. Oh, I realised that in-game music's kicking in. You know what? We're going to switch to that. I'm not going to fill in that corner. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm not going to fill in that corner. I can put some walls there instead and give it a more of a textured corner. That should be good. I can do similar up over here as well. So that would be nice. Alright, let's fill in this as well. That should be like so. Okay. And then I should be able to just cover the top of this. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. So that is all now safe and secure in there. And yeah, just block right across the top on this bit. That'll be fine for now. So now I've got a flat base to work from, I can start putting in the blocks down here. As I was saying, have not like that. No, no, not like that one. That, there we go. And then, yeah, bring it out here. Remove that one. Give it a little bit of dynamic shape. And then bring it out here. And again. Yeah, and then we'll bring it across this way. Gonna want to have the access into there that I can get a step up from here, so we'll do that in a moment. Let's just place that. So that should give us a good perimeter to work with. And keeping that across here should be fine. I might cover up these ends with either trapdoors or paintings, maps with that kind of green texture on them. Hell, I could create a wallpaper map, but that would be a lot of effort. But I might want to find something to cover those ends up at some point. But for now, let's continue on these blocks. Now, I'm only going to get a little bit of green at the bottom, just a little bit. So if I go like this, and another green one there, we'll do one of these here. Green, green, and do another yellow there. Yep, that'll be fine. That's already going to give us the transition. Next step, I want to have primarily yellow. I'll skip that one actually. Yellow, yellow, yellow. And these are all going horizontal. Yes, they are. Wonderful. Do yellow there, green, yellow, 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 yellow. Let's fill in these two green bits. And then from here upwards, it's just yellows. And I think from this point, I actually want to start curving it in as well. So let's bring it up here. Go up like this. And I think this should kind of connect in at a steepish angle to here. That should do. Let's just check. Is that kind of shape working? No DJ on Minecraft? DJ is active, it's just I will often dictate the vibe rather than just allow it to be dictated. That texture is not doing what I was hoping for. Those end pieces do look bad. I like the green into the kind of beigey transition. I don't like those end pieces on the bamboo blocks. That's a shame. Gonna need to think of a different solution on that. That is annoying. I don't want to do concrete. Concrete is an utterly bland block. That's no good. Terracotta, likewise, far too bland. Because I like having the textures match in. There isn't another green wood that would take that place, and I kind of like having the idea of the green on the bottom there. I could try some trapdoors. These ones. See-through, so it's possibly not going to work, but we can try. Let's get a few of those, slot them in real quick, see what happens to the appearance of it. Could moss work for the green? It could work. I don't know if I have moss, but I can easily get moss if I have just one block of it. Let me check my organics. No moss. I have some leaves, but that's not going to work for us either. No moss at the moment. Is there anything that's unsorted moss? Cactus, which apparently not sorted. Yeah, that's a no-go on the moss right now, so I need to go and actually find some to go down that road. Wouldn't be too much of an exploration, but it would be an exploration. Maybe green wool? No, no. No, that wouldn't come out right. Dark green is far too dark as a wool colour, I'm sure, and light green kind of hits you. I think the trapdoors can work, but I might need to fiddle a bit more with my block choices to make it fit. So like this one here, I'd want to replace with another yellow one. Because otherwise we're getting a bit of an awkward transition there. And then I can put trapdoor over on that spot. I can put trapdoors on these two. Yeah, let's try that. Let's give that a try. that could make it work out. Get another few of these. Should probably be using scaffolding right now, but I'm not. Oh no. So this goes there, and then we go that covering this one, that covered, that covered. This vanilla? This is vanilla. Yeah. It gives a bit of texture. It's not exactly the color space I was looking to do, but I think that should work. Once we put extra detailing on, it'll be fine, but I think that should work. That'll give the base that I'm looking for on it. So I need to incorporate this shape into here to create the entrance, and I'll think about paving afterwards. I'm thinking bring it pretty steeply down, but still bring it out a bit over here. There it can come forwards one. We'll give it this kind of approach here, and then if I throw in a little bit more of that actual bamboo at the base here, I can, yeah, cover that up as well. And this gives us where we'll have the doorway. By fill in that gap. This one we can transition as well, and in fact I can match in with this. If I put another one of those here and then mimic that there we go. Use similar colours to mask slight differences in texture. I know you can, yeah. It's just we're working with a very small build here, so we can't get too exotic with it. What am I building? A facade. Primarily. A facade around the bamboo and cactus farm. That is a workable facade. Can I remove that block? Yes, I can. That one was design bearing, but you know what? I can fix that like this instead. Give me a bit more space in here. And let's tidy up the appearance a bit. And I can have blocks of bamboo for the base of this area as well. So I go like this, keeping things end on to keep the ends of the bamboo hidden. There I won't be able to. No, I do it crosswards, that'll be fine. Like so, yep. Keeps it all looking as tidy as possible. Why did that break the sign? I thought the sign would just sit there. My bad. My bad on that one. Noob move. Be very careful I don't break any of the underlying redstone to any of all this. Ooh. That might have just broken something. That was a block further back than I thought it was. Let's quickly pop in the access hatch, see what I broke. I think I put this in. There we are, just remove that, that'll be fine. Bamboo looks a bit like green bricks. It does a bit, doesn't it? Yeah. Gives it just a very unusual, organic and yet not grassy, not flowery. Never fully understood how redstone works. It's electrical engineering at its core. I'm just going to lose that dirt block, I don't care. Right, this should go back onto here. This needs to go back here. Click lever back to turn off auto bamboo block crafting. Just so I know and remember how this works when I look at it some million, however long from now. That's scooped up a lot, blimey. Why did it wait so long to run? That'll just all feed through the system. You can see the bamboo blinking through. That's all going into that, and it's been processed up. And ding. Ding. Lovely little process. Having that automated is very nice, both for construction and also just for storage. And then under the door, which will break the door, but that's fine. Let's get that back up here. There we are. Birch doors on the left, bamboo on the right. That is fine to me. A little bit of stone texturing here connects it into that. That is also fine to me. Question is, how do I want to transition up here? I think we have this. Because this is meant to be into the maintenance area, so it's not supposed to look all that pretty. The main focus will be over in this direction. That's fine. The stonework in here I can deal with at another point. The main focus is the outside for now, but this little bit of interior just helps kind of reinforce the idea of what it's supposed to be. I think that's a good... Yeah, that's a good starting vibe. Giving us some of the basics there. I'm not going to overly decorate it right now because we'll look at macro structures. And in terms of getting the base level to that, that is looking good. So now we need to bring it up and over towards the mountain. As I want to cover up the redstone that is handling the process up here. So if I aim to have it end here, I think that would be a sensible place to have it go to. We'll just be using planks and plank-based products at this point. And saying bring it up to, yeah, bring it up to this spot. It's giving us that kind of an angle. That should work. And crucially, this needs to still be exposed to the sky. Okay. Should be plenty manageable. Now let's see, we're going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks. But crosswards is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. Okay. Not an easiest gradient. Was there background music before? Yeah, the Minecraft music, it kicks in and it kicks out. It's nice at times, but I'll be honest, yeah. The Minecraft music just kind of screw around. It would be nice if the Minecraft music was a little more consistent. And I know there's mods for it, but the whole point is that this is unmodded. Do redstone circuits still work when nobody is nearby within loading range? Only if you have a chunk loader. If no one is loading the chunks, everything in the chunk stops happening. Everything. And that includes redstone. As soon as you get back into it, it'll continue running. And most redstone runs on logic, so it either is or isn't at any point and just continues to run that logic. You run into issues if you've got moving parts. Say for example up here, we've got this minecart system going around in here. Ah yeah, it's not going around at the moment because there's nothing to sort, I was wondering. And the other issue that can occur is if you load only part of a redstone circuit. So if you're a bit of a distance away but not very far away, you load just one chunk of the redstone, but the rest of the logic goes into another chunk, then it'll just break. Things can get bad quick there, so you kind of want to design within chunks. Or use chunk loaders. Game Pepper, cheers. And just to be clear on that terminology, a chunk loader is basically just a contraption which manipulates Minecraft's mechanics to force a chunk to always be loaded, even if a player is not nearby. It's just one of those arcane things that enables redstone to be more complicated, or enable redstone to just be active. So if we go like so, just kind of follow the pattern up for the moment. Now we need to bring this around here. Shouldn't be using place some blocks like that. Let's do this. I think that there and this here should do just fine. And then that bollocks. We need to be bringing this up and around over this way, so let's stack that in pretty aggressively on this side. Means I'll probably want to go like this. If we bring that in a part of the curve there, I'm kind of winging the shape, but it should wing together. Should be the operative word. And then at this point, this is where we can go just straight onto that corner, collapsing that curve in. Did Warframes always used to have the noble animation by default? They didn't, no. That got very recently added. That got very, very recently added. This needs to be coming in, not just across. Because otherwise we're never going to make the angle. This is very quickly rounding off all of the detail into just a curve. That's fine. It's kind of intended, to be honest. Bring it up here and across. Do it like so. And again, I need to be very careful not to block that spot off right there. That is load-bearing build design. Yeah, when you're previewing Warframes now, they should preview with the noble animation. That was a recent addition to give the Warframes more character in the arsenal. That's my general understanding. Show more of who and what they are. That's an incorrect placement. I might actually want it later, but yeah. Here we go. Yeah, I've pretty much nailed the shape I wanted here. And then this needs to be some kind of appropriate block. I think yellow glass might fit in here. I'll try it. But first, let's get a step back from this now. An idea as to the mound that has been created, and yeah, pretty much that is the kind of shape I was looking to go for along there. It does look like I've got a couple of bits out of place. They do look a little odd over there. I might bring it round a bit more. Yeah, fill in these spots over here. It does look a little bit odd over here. If I go this, and that one, we go push it in a bit, just a little there. That one can sit on top. Knock that in. Replace the stone because the exposed stone will look weird. Oops, I insta-mined a bunch. That's giving it a little bit more of the shape. And then this, that, this, there. That should cover that angle looking a little bit odd from a distance. Let's see how this come together. Are phantom membranes amending the only way to repair a leech ray? Yes. Bollocks. Excuse me a sec. Think I'll need to have a toe from here. There we go. That's one of the reasons this area needs to be adjusted. Okay. There we are, that's fixed. Hey, we harvested some potatoes. You know, it's impromptu gardening, that's what that was. Impromptu gardening, I don't need the hoe either. There we are. And let's see about the glass situation. Glass, here we go. And organics, I should have dandelions, right? Surely I have dandelions. Oh, I've got one on me, that works. Yeah, that should fit just nicely up there. Item sorted 9,000, pretty much. What's my climbing route up this now? Here we are. Wait, no. Here. There we go. That needs to have a block in it. And then this, we just sneak it in there. Shouldn't be an issue. Yep. Yep, coming inwards, flying over the base, that won't stick out like a sore thumb. We still get our daylight sensor, we still have our redstone circuit to block it off as needed. That should work beautifully, yes. Alright, so looking at this from a distance, that's been basically what I wanted to do with it, actually, yeah. I could fill it further in here. I don't know if that's really necessary, I'll be honest. I can use other decorative elements to deal with that, or just leave it as a space to expand other development into. Yeah, that was another hydrate. Yeah. Ooh. Sorting system has finished sorting. Good to know. Am I on the newest patch? This is the latest patch, or at least it certainly should be, as given by the fact that I have... We go in the correct way. In there is an auto... Somewhere in there is an auto crafter. I think it is right under here. Yeah, right. Yeah, come on, I can get the angle. There. Right there is an auto crafter. Also, I have made an accidental mob farm. Let's deal with this one before it becomes a problem. There we go. Always, always, always light up your builds. Otherwise, creepers will. There we go. That gives us the fill in on there. I will say that looked a bit gloomy in there, so I wonder if I might try replacing some of these with the glass. Let's try that, actually. If I go up into here, if we replace, like, this one with the glass. In fact, just the one might do it. Just give a little bit more breathing room to the space. Now, does that need work in itself? Yes. Yeah, that sticks out like a sore thumb at the moment. From this angle, that looks like a hole in it, and I don't like that. That does need attending to as well, which is fine that we have the crafting table right here. Let's grab ourselves some more of these, because trapdoors are brilliant when it comes to decorating. They call them trapdoors, but let's be real, they're a builder's favourite tool. Well, one of them. And he's still there. Are you stuck, sir? His problem, he can teleport. Yeah, there we are. So that hides the window. That straight up hides the window beautifully, while still giving us the window out there. Yeah, it's not an easy to look out of window, but it doesn't need to be. I could actually just skip the glass, now I think about it. Yeah. There's no reason to actually keep the glass on that one. How's that look without the glass on the outside? Again, I don't want to have the feeling of a gap. Love my commenting style? Thank you. Okay, so it's clear that there is a space. I think I'm mostly just seeing the stone in there, which is just a matter of interior design. So that should do it. Alright. Now, that just gives us the main just structure, but now we need detailing. Because at the moment it is just structure. And I think for detailing, what I can do is incorporate some more natural tones. So if I go with, again, we got trapdoors, we can use fences, and fence gates, that can give a little bit of texture to it. And then what I can use are some birch elements, because birch is a very light wood. So do I have much in the way of birch? I do have a little bit. Let's just grab the one log. Let's turn this into buttons. Birch buttons are exceptionally small and exceptionally light. Hello, Shadania. Thank you very much for the bit, and good evening to you. Cheers. Game Pepper saying, I wish I could have more used copper. Right now, it's not much to do with it except decorating and lighting tree items. I get you on that. I get you. having copper have some uses could be nice. And I think I know exactly the kind of use that copper could have. I think I know the best kind of use. I think it was Ladybug. I think it was Ladybug that pointed out the issue with redstone in the rain. How it looks weird. Like it should get washed away. They could make copper wiring, which would be waterproof redstone. You put some copper ingots, some redstone into a crafting recipe, and output 16 copper wiring. It would be immune to water, and uniquely would only go in straight lines or turns, rather than this crisscross, which would allow for side-by-side wiring. That would give you multiple redstone functions in one, give a direct use for copper in a similar fashion to copper's real use in wiring. I think that would do very well for it. Hello Cat Centaur, I'm doing well. Thank you very much for asking, I hope you're doing well yourself. You'll never stop loving the little pop noise for the bit, yeah. Alright, so let's start slapping on some of these. Look at that, that texture, it looks just so similar. It's not the same colour, and that's what we need. We need it different. But it gives just a little detail on it. Just a little. It's like a knot in the wood. I know it's bamboo, but it's like a knot in the wood. You don't want to go crazy with buttons. Just from a distance, you can see how that's giving just a little bit of texture to it in places here or there. Little imperfections adding to it. Kind of takes it out of the blocky shape and into more of that kind of knobbly slope we're going for. That could absolutely work. So, what I want now is to try and fiddle around with fences and gates. Now, I've not really done this kind of building style before myself, so I'm just going to throw some bits together and see what happens. Let's grab some fence, craft up some more planks. Let's get some fence gate in there as well, and get a couple stairs. I can always use them. Let's see if I can put them in places here. Yep, Pepper's on the same line of thought as well. So again, we're going to skip past the green. Don't want to upset the green. But like, if we give this a kind of a structural vibe here, like that. Yo, Cat Centaur, thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime. Welcome into the channel proper, and enjoy your lovely blue sub badge and all the other bits and pieces come along with that as well. Thank you very much for that. Give this here. Give these in just the higher spots. I like some just ancillary details. I'm going to need a lot more fences to get the value out of that, but let's have a look how that kind of fence comes in over here. Yeah. We got some implied structure over here. I like how that comes together. I'm not going to connect them up to make an L shape out of them. I'll keep them just along the sides there. It looks similar to a kind of guttering, really. I do like how that's coming together. In fact, I might extend that further down because of how that's coming through. And then do one coming out across over here as well. That could come out nicely, actually, yeah. Which would leave then the stair action to be in the middle to kind of soften up some of these transitions. If I can do this and then remove this block. Ah, does that not... Oh, I want to keep that shape. Can I not keep that shape? I don't think I can I? Oh, it keeps it when I take that one out. What? If I remove this and this, then I do this? Nope. Is it a case of which way I placed it first? It is a case of which way I placed it first. God damn it. Alright. Not really going to have an option on that then. But just patch that up again. That'll have to do. They're saying, yeah, I'll ever come home from a holiday, immediately book the next one. I work, I boss. I'm thinking about buy work, buy boss again already. I mean, it's understandable. Come back from all the fun you've been having to then go, oh, this again. I want to go. That makes sense. And just give a few little... Oh, no, that one. No, that one's a bad one. Like that, up against it there. And then... Yep. Not going to go overboard on this because I've not really got a plan here. Just a few bits in a few places. And let's get those extra fences they're talking about. These fences, I think up over this side will be good. Let's go out from here. Do it like that. Yeah. So it looks like I've probably just made a little bit of a mess to a lot of people. I'll acknowledge that. But also, it's given it texture. It's taken it out of being just blocks now. Little bits here or there. We've got this implicit kind of piping structure on two sides, but it's not aggressive. It's not trying to take control of the space. I think one more button up here would do the trick as well. One more button. So let's grab another birch. Is that a birch plank? Oh, even better. There we are. That one needs to go. Let's just get a point on that again. It's going to go about there. Got it. Now, if I was sensible, I'd use scaffolding, but who said I was sensible? I think the spot I wanted was there. Oh yeah, yeah, that's the right spot. Brilliant. Ow. And there we have it. That has now completely concealed, not invisibly, but concealed the bamboo and cactus farm that's back here. And all the while, it's just been running. Generating all of this lovely good stuff for me. Most of the way restocked on the bamboo we've just used, in fact. Actually, definitely restocked because I didn't use all of it. That's a nice farm. And yeah, that window piece, that is a nice addition. This was very pokey before. I know it's just a maintenance passage, but having that bonus in there, yeah, I like that. Okay, now I would like to attend to this interior, but I am very aware of the fact that I've got a lot of delicate redstone here, and if I pop the wrong thing, I might break it in a way that just means effort on fixing it that I don't really want to go through, so I'm going to leave that. Yep. Nope, cowarding out of that one. We'll leave that. But that works. And I said the deep slate needed attending to. Let's do that next. Let's do that. So, with the deep slate, there's the thing I wanted. I actually only need 6, probably. Probably. Let's go like so. Yep, just a little bit there. This one. Oh no, not the 3, not the 3, no. Just the 2. Let's take those out. Let's replace like so. And I can leave that end corner because this angle is not really one that'll be seen on the building. It's like how we've not worried about this piece so far, so I can ignore that. Yeah, that gives it a little bit of a texture there. Let's bring it across there. Yeah, actually, yeah, that works. And I think what would be a good idea. That. You know what? Straight up remove that piece. That in there. And then that under here as well. Yeah, there we are. Again, just texturing it out a bit. Wait, just noticed target can replace observer in auto honey collector. Oh yeah, this isn't using observers, this is using comparators. So I'm measuring when these things get full, and then it's just the signal reaches this, hitting that, triggering this onto it. There's absolutely no observer involved here, it's all comparator based, and using the same principle of the sorting system. Yeah. Keeps old about prefix on your most used. Oh well, yeah, that's yeah. Twitch in a nutshell right there. Welcome in, Fork. Welcome on in. Cat, if you want to go... Cat's being senile, one sec. If you want to open the door, open the door. You've done it for years. There you go. You're lucky I care about you, old gal. Cat wanted out of the room, but didn't want to actually do it herself. Ah dear, she is a very old gal these days. She is a very old gal. Alright. So that is that structure completely done. In fact, that double structure. That can open doors too. Only ones that she can claw at, basically. If she can huck a claw onto it, she can pull it open. I oiled up all the hinges on the upstairs doors to make it easier for her to open them, whilst also making them quieter, so it's just less of trouble in general. But yeah, she's getting lazier. She's tired. She's just tired. Yeah, so this is all working as well. Still just carve through this. That is good. Haven't broken anything on that regard. Yeah, that's working. Cool. Excellent, excellent. I was thinking if I needed to make any changes to the beehive here. I'm not sure that I need to. I could replace the stone. Question is, what would I want to replace it with? I don't want to replace it with beehives because the bees will go into that. Planks, just oak planks, I feel would look a bit tacky, to be honest. Oak is just a little bit too standard. Pine next to that would look too dark. I don't want to go out looking for acacia, that would be too vibrant anyway. Too clashing. Jungle, not appropriate. Moss could work, actually. Someone did mention about moss earlier. That's another reason to go out and get some moss. Terracotta. Terracotta could work, actually, yeah. Terracotta could work. Let's have a look at our terracottas. So I could go for light grey, or I could just go for bland terracotta, or I can go for the green I've been investing in. The whole reason of me setting up that cactus farm was to be able to have access to green. Let me just shove away the woods. So wooden crafteds go into here. One woods into there. It's just faster putting it through the sorting system right now. Let's get this cooked up. I should probably have a chest set up of... Yeah, I need a chest set up for my fuel. It's all the way over in the auto smelter, but no, let's be sensible about this. So you chest here, excellent. Shiny stuff. Let's grab a whole bunch of iron. Clean out my inventory a second. Nine buckets, 9 furnaces, that's sensible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we are. So might as well have those in there ready to go. Cool, alright then. Sword 9000 looks neat. Do you have a video for that? It's not my own design. I do have the video for it. Let me grab you that real quick. Copy link. So it's that sort of there. I've gone for a slightly smaller version rather than going for the full 3-wall item sorter. I will warn you, it is not a simple design. This is not a simple thing to put together. There is a whole bunch of weird moving parts all the way through there. And the item elevator is my own shufty. That was quick. Yeah, I have this item sorter bookmarked because it breaks, unfortunately. If you are not careful with it, if you leave it running when you sign out, or if chunk border issues happen, it can just break, and you need to know exactly what to do to fix it. Likewise, if you screw up anything in these chests, you need to know how to fix it. So I have that guide on hand. One point when my brother... Oh no! No! I thought we were far enough away from the lava. No! Did anyone get a screenshot? Fuck! Oh my god! Ah! Ah! Oh, I've gone to so much effort with that and everything. The whole bloody lot just... It's just gone. Well then. Yep. Yep. What did we lose? We lost the entire building I just built on stream today. Yeah, the whole thing. Ah, I was gonna smelt something. What is it? It's in here. Well, at least that won't happen again. Yep. I have disabled the cobblestone generator. I will rebuild it somewhere else. Screw that. That's just... I just... Man... It's not even just a little bit. It's really just taken out the entire side here. Alright. We'll just do it again. We'll just do it again. We'll just do it again. What actually is, or was that building, a facade around the bamboo and cactus farm. Because rather than just leaving all this redstone and whatnot exposed and this hole in the side of the mountain. Fuck you. to cover that up. Go off, do your thing. I don't need to send it off, I just wanted to send it off. Okay. Yeah, that's a whole thing that happened. I just blocked off putting in that block. Let's not do that. Let's do it this way. There we are. Okay. So I'm going to want to bring in like this. And then start with the yellows again. Have another green in here. At least I have something of a template as to where it was up this way. Because I just need to look for where the bloody mountain is exposed. That's where it was. Yeah. That's fine. It's just given me an opportunity to improve on what I did. By doing it again. Having gained the 1 experience point in construction from constructing it previously. Better put everything with fire lava isolated. Yeah, it had been fine. Just sat there. That's what I get for leaving fire tick on. Yeah, we'll just rebuild. Just rebuild. The fact that I'm removing dirt there tells me that was not there before. But that's fine. It's improvisation. That's what it is. Improvisation. Okay, so bring that across like this. That should work. Go this across here. Was that there before? I think it was, yes. And then come out this way. Need to convert some of these. That's suggesting I might be a little bit too aggressive on rebuild. There's a little bit of the piping that has survived. There we go. It's not really a terrible loss. Most of it was in the deciding on how to do it, rather than the actual doing. So it's not that big of a loss. It's just a little frustrating, is all. And that's fine. I've had bigger losses. Bring these out around here. Up like so. Move the helper block. And remove the helper block. Yeah. That's just a nothing spot. We can bring it up here. I'm doing this far too shallow. Ah, I've got the shape wrong. From what it was before, I've definitely lost the shape of it. Shoot. Alright, that's fine. It's going to have a different shape. That's all there is to it. It's going to have a different shape. Oh, bollocks, definitely not there. Yeah, because this was surrounded before. I just extend it out a bit and spend a few blocks in the process. Yeah, probably came down like here, didn't it? A little bit more of these. There we are, we're kind of pretty much there. We've got some spots where we can do some fill-ins. Alright. Don't forget a lightning rod. Yeah, I think I have a few lightning rods around. I've got one over there. But yeah, I should probably put some more up. So, let's put one up on the mountain. That's a fair shout. Shiny stuff. Lightning rod. Yeah. That should cover the area pretty reasonably. Okay. Oh, this is definitely looking a lot worse. This is definitely worse than it was. What the hell have I done? Oh. That's fine. I'll make it new. That's what I'm doing. I'm making it new. Oh, there's just a... Wait. Damn it, world. Yeah, no, I see what I've done. I see what I've done. So this comes around, but then it juts in too harshly here. Oh. Alright then. So. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I think this needed to come across more before curving in. I was going to say, I dunked down to bedrock on a fully expanded map, lost its corrupted file update, hard drive, not too happy. Yeah, I lost my previous world to a hard drive failure. It was an SSD that just one day became unreadable. Just gone. And it was so kaput that putting it into a machine meant the machine just would not boot. Doesn't matter what else was going on, it just refused. If that SSD was connected, it gave up. It just died. And unfortunately, one of my things that was not backed up was the Minecraft world. I had a beautiful one, lots of various farm setup, nice lovely open area. I had a lot of beautiful biomes right nearby. So I had, pretty much within render distance of one of my structures, I had a jungle, a mesa, red sand, normal desert, a plains biome, oak forest, birch forest. Yeah, I think those were the core biomes, all within the same rendered area. And this was pretty much on the world spawn. And in the midst of all of this, there was a ruined portal that was completable with 0 items. You could just open the chest, take the couple obsidian and the flint and steel out of it, finish the portal and just light it right there and then. It was the perfect seed. But yeah. Alright. So this needs to come around a bit more. We need to extend across. So if we go across here, and then so, which might explain this gap. I don't want this to look too much like it was designed to be climbed. Again, we can fill in spots with detailing in a moment. Just those little extensions, is that going to cut it? Oh, for goodness sake. It's not what it was, but we can work with it. I forgot, how do you recover your OS when you move to new SSD? I downloaded a fresh copy of the OS and installed it. That's how I recovered it. I didn't. I just installed a new. Didn't have to get a new license key. Still had the license key, but yeah, that was that. Hello Bradley, welcome on in. Alright, so let's grab another birch log to restore those buttons. They all got burnt up. There we go. We're gonna need... Probably going to need some trapdoors. But those should still be here. I've got a whole bunch of them, that's fine. I've got some bamboo fencing, so that's fine. I've got some bamboo slabs. Got some bamboo stairs. We can incorporate all of those. It'll look good. And crucially, it won't burn down this time. Can you join that? You've just arrived in the stream, so welcome on in, by the way. I'm not primarily a Minecraft streamer, and this is not a multiplayer world. So you're welcome to watch. I highly encourage you watch streams rather than just popping around to see who's you can join in. Just watch streams. Okay, so let's get back to the detailing on this now. I've only got a little bit of bamboo fencing actually. Let's get a bit more of that and then I'll get the detailing in. Didn't break anything in here, did it? Doesn't look like it. That's good. Oh. Yeah, the lighting is fine too. Cat is back. Oh, I didn't know you could do that block. I don't like it. Doesn't fit my purpose. So, stickage. And then bamboo fence. There we are. Cat's left the door open. One sec. You happy to sit down by the ring light, are you? Gonna mess up my green screen? Alright, so we got our pieces. Oh, this used to be jumpable. It's jumpable now. Problem solved. Alright, so we can slap in these gaps here, things like that. So that can give it a little bit of detailing there. We've got the piping that I had before, so we can recreate that effect down here. Tell you what. We do that, like that. There we are, that's clever. The piping up on this side is all kaput. This is definitely a different scale to what it had before. Do that. And then we style it in this way. And I'm making it bigger than it was, but that's fine. We're building to the flower, that's what it was. Totes. gives a little bit more reason for the piping to look like it does. Doubt it. We got the buttons to place. We do, again, one on the height, one on the flank, one on the recess, one on the spot. And a little bit of slabbage just to round it out a little bit in places. Okay. It is basically rebuilt. I don't think it looks as good as it was before. I will be quite honest. I have somehow managed to lose some of the charm and shape of it. It looks rougher. I've definitely lost the process I had trying to fit it into the remains of what survived the fire. But it fits. It fits. I think I might do a little bit more piping down here. Yeah. Let's continue that pipe down. I can make it go askew. It'll look a little bit silly, but that kind of fits the vibe. So let's do a little bit more on that. 6, 9. It's 9. If we have this come out here, again I'm going to do the little switcheroo between those pieces, just so it doesn't look weird with the stair. Oh, speaking of weird with the stair. Then down here, like that. And we'll have it stop there. So I didn't need that many fences, but it's fine. Yeah. Gives it some shape, gives it some implicit purpose, but nothing really concrete into it. I like that. I like it, that works out. I'll need to figure out what I'm going to do with this bunker later, but that'll be fine. Let's replace this with that. That fits it in as well. And this one will not burn down on account of there being no more lava. Right then. Didn't take too long to fix. We still had the idea, still had the principles in mind, easy enough to put together. It is looking on the spot. We were thinking about what blocks could go into here. The cactus green should be well and truly cooked by now. There we are. Let's go get some more carrots in a moment. So with the terracotta, this green in here? Yeah! It's not exactly the kind of vibe I was thinking of, but you know what? It... Oh god, no, too far, too fast, too far, too fast. It fits. Gotta be very careful with this pickaxe. It's a damn good pickaxe. So... There we are. Still say it would go well on moss? Yeah, moss would work well as well here. If anything, I might... See, moss has a brighter texture. I don't know if it would work next to each other, because it's all meant to be a base ring. Let's go find some moss. Let's explore, find some moss, do a comparison. I think that's going to be the best way to handle this. Let's start shoving bits into here to be sorted. And just let the sorter handle all of that lot. There we go. Same with these. They can all get sorted into there as well. There's no point keeping them in this spot. In. There we are, beautiful. That'll do the trick. Have you got more food? Yep. Check on the organics. Do I have a whole bunch ready to go? Nope, that's fine. I can easily fix that. Let's head over this way. I Well, you're not stuck in the minecart because it only seats one. What are you doing? He unsettles me just hanging out there. He's not going to kill the villagers, but it feels like he's going to kill the villagers. It's like he's waiting for me to leave. Oh, you did this, didn't you? You nudged them. You... Ah! Let's just go through the process. The simple stuff, really. They're not gonna look neat. It's not gonna look neat. Still not either? There we are. Well, that one's going to be neat on the rail that he's got there. Right, I'm just going to leave the dirt there for now, that'll be fine. Yeah, there was always a gap here. Okay. Oh, it's just fixing thing after thing, isn't it? Just fixing thing after thing. Alright, can you use that? Use it. Use it. Use it. Use it. Use it. What time of day is it? I don't actually see the sun. Use it. Ah, it's after working hours. Alright, we'll just take the carrots we got then, that's fine. I'm not going to wait around. Effort. Alright, store those, there we go. Right, so moss. Best place, I'm going to go find moss. I think it's just going to be shipwrecks, isn't it? Yeah, shipwrecks is going to be the way to go on this for now. That's fine, there's plenty of shipwrecks out there. We'll sleep off and then pop off. That's still sorting, that's fine. You know what, whilst we are here... Wait. Oh, shit. That was just dumb of me. Pop that in there. Because this was actually supposed to be in here. A jungle temple? Well, here's the thing about jungle temple, Salvatore. Where am I going to find a jungle temple? Is it as easy to find as a shipwreck? I don't think I've even found a jungle temple on this world so far. For shipwrecks, you just need to have your eye open. Okay, that looked like a shipwreck, I'm not gonna lie. It looked like a shipwreck at first. The thing is, I don't think I've explored much in this direction whilst looking for shipwrecks. So any that I find should be untouched. Good. Ah. Not what I'm looking for. Although... Alright. That could come in handy. It's just iron nuggets. What? I've never seen a chest like that before. Just iron nuggets. Alright then. Definitely does it. Keep our eyes peeled. Definitely not going to go that way. Ruined portal. Shipwreck. I think. Yeah. Fucking stupid. Okay, no moss. Not what I'm needing. There's nothing else in here that I need. Let's have a look at this map. Let's see. I am to the northeast of it. So I need to be going this way. I think I need to be going this way. Whoa! We're closing in. Closing in. Here we go. What? It's over here. Shovel ready. Somewhere here. Come on, where you at? It says right here. Where is it? This is right on the spot. It's not supposed to be below hard material. Ah! Okay, that was well done. Hey! We got a few items of worth here. Don't mind if I do. None of it's what we're looking for, but it's here. We can store that again. Made a right mess of this spot. Might as well pick up the sand I've gathered. That's all gonna come in handy at some point, you just know it. Alright, back out into the ocean. Take it a bit more of an angle and see what we find. Rain is not going to help, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, okay, another temple. Or monument. It's ocean monument, isn't it? Yeah. Do not wish to deal with that right now. Thank you very much. I don't have a brush with me, so there's no point going to those drowned temples neither. A little bit of load lag, which is actually good news, because it indicates I'm somewhere new. Another ruined portal. I don't need all these underwater ruined portals, to be honest. I'm looking specifically for that. I think. Damn, no moss again. Dark oak forest. But yeah, no moss in this one. I don't need the pumpkins, I don't need paper, I don't need any of that. And if there's other chests, they're gone. It's annoying to reach. Ooh, drowning slightly. I do need to upgrade my helmet. It's pretty dire for this stage of the game to have the helmet I do. Is that another bloody monument? Okay. Wow. Alright, that terrain just suddenly got a little bit more... Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. Okay, yeah, that'll do it. Just exposed lush cave. Sure. You never know what you'll find when you're exploring. You likely won't find what you're looking for, but you'll always find something. There we go. Alright, let's just grab a whole bunch of this. Just right for the taking. I know a hoe would absolutely go through this, but I'll be honest, I didn't expect that I would be gathering the moss rather than just finding it in a chest. Let's see, I've got half a stack. I can generate more, so I'm not going to destroy this habitat too much. Let's switch over to the compass on the hotbar. Now let's head home. Oh! What? There's just a little bit of snow right here. Just right here. Just a little patch of crimbo. That's alright, that's unusual. That is definitely unusual. That is weird. That is genuinely weird. What the hell? Coldest square meter in the world. Certainly a bit of a differential there. Alright, we're getting a little bit of load lag still, so we are taking a different route home than we did to get here, which is fine. Oh, look, a shipwreck. Go on. Go on, show me the moss. Wait, show me a way in. Feathers. Oh, I've looted this one. Ow. I'm just pointing over this way. And there's the mountain. There's the structures. Okay, moss acquired. Pretty harmlessly, all told. Been looking for a bit. All good. All good in the hood. Right then, so let's have a look at this moss now. Up against here. That mix in? Or do I want it on its own? Think on its own. Yeah. Having collected it, I think on its own, yeah. Do that. Right through here. I sure hope bees can't go through moss. Yep, there we are. And we got a couple bits at the back here to kind of clean up. Okay, that's creating problems for myself. Head out of the maintenance hatch. I won't mess with the redstone bit because hassle. Just unnecessary hassle right now. But there we go. And just block it off there. Are those bees? Were they caged like animals? Okay, what do you mean like animals? Bees are in fact animals. Second of all, it's for their safety. They were killing themselves. So if I don't put this this dome over them, this biodome, they were just flying off into the fire or into the water, and they were just dying. They were just dying. So I do that to protect them from themselves, because the bees are idiots. Okay. So there we are. That's given this a much more organic look to it now. But I've been making pasta bake, and right after the bamboo shack burnt down, I burnt myself on the oven. Oh. Yeah, definitely be a little bit more careful on that. Absolutely. Because I always like to let the bees fly free. I like to walk past them on base. Yeah, again, they were killing themselves. They were finding the water, they were finding the fire, and they were just dying. It was not good. It was not good. I would love to let them roam free. They don't let themselves roam free. They perish. The bees always mysteriously disappear. Yeah, they're dying. Sorry to let you know this. They're dying. Bees in this game are exceptionally dumb. There are people who have been out in the ocean. They'll see a bee flying along just above the surface of the water, and because it's random AI, it just goes up and down and up and down. It'll sometimes go down into the water, take water damage, and then start to die. They want to kill themselves. Who am I to stop them? Someone who needs the bee products. Yeah. Animals in Minecraft don't usually make by themselves? Correct. You need to inspire it. Okay. Oh, I've not checked on this in a hot minute. How's that doing? Ah, lovely. Plenty of sugarcane in there. That's good. Yeah, I think over the last not quite 2 hours, it's certainly really developed this area. I'm really surprised that Enderman is still there. I thought they would have despawned. It's holding a block, of course. Protected entity now. Oh well. Yeah, I like how this is developed. It's given it a much more organic feel to it. It's kind of ironic having a beehive or wasp hive looking structure next to the bees, but you know, it works. Is it sat in a boat? It's not sat in a boat, no, it's next to the minecart that the villager is in. He's just stayed there. I think having gotten into that spot, it's just now confused. Yeah. We'll leave him there. We'll just leave him there. I do like how this has all come out in general. Just thinking, with the terracotta I'm holding, I wonder if I just do a little... Just a few spots. I hate it. Nope. Absolutely nope. We tried. Absolutely not. There we are. Okay. Yeah, there we are. Okay. That was not going to work. X-Ken's going to tax the animals for protection, milk from cows, milk from bees, wool from sheep, see how it is. Look, we've been over the ethics of Minecraft. You've probably missed the streams of it, but we've been over. We've been absolutely over the ethics of Minecraft. I even designed the prototype, the example of an Ethica villager hall. You see this villager right here? He chose to come to work today. No one forced him to. He chose to. Because in here is his mock bedroom and a sandblock on a piston. When it gets to night time, the end of his working shift, that sandblock drops out the way and he can walk freely out and go rest and do whatever he wants to do elsewise. And on a brand new day, if he chooses to go to work, he steps on in, and when he steps in, he steps on a pressure plate you can't see in there, and that causes the sand block to go up again, holding him there, because villagers can be a little bit lack-minded, so there's just a little encouragement that if they offer to provide a service, they do need to be there for the full working day. But yeah. It turns out that trying to be ethical in Minecraft just makes everything beyond a chore because it is actually designed to be unethical. No pee breaks? Villagers don't pee. They're not human. They're probably not even mammalian. Nope. But yeah, if we have a look at this, for example. Look at this. This is perhaps the most stark example I can give you here. If I did not have this villager go through the zombification and curing process, there was basically nothing left that I could do to improve on them. I would just have their trades available, which would mean 4 iron for 1 emerald. And if I wanted to turn it into a pickaxe, it would be 19 emeralds for 1 pickaxe, which you could do the simple multiplication there, 76 iron for 1 pickaxe. 76. And then with just a little bit of zombification, and this is just 1 zombification, it changes from 76 iron for the pickaxe to 1 iron for the pickaxe. 76-fold reduction in cost is insane. And that's what they've stuck with. They've made an update to villagers on how you get villagers of different types and different trades. So they've updated villagers recently, and in doing so added no more ethical means to improve their trades than zombify and cure them. That's it. That's what you get. Zombify them, cure them. That's how you get the best trades in the game. There is nothing remotely ethical about that, and there is just no better alternative made available to you. If you want to do that for enchantments, villagers are just so much better for enchantments than the enchanting table. Did Microsoft or Mojang update that? Like hell they did. When it comes to farming animals, the best way to farm them for optimal results is to shove them in very carefully constrained pens. Where to automatically farm chickens, one of the most powerful ways of doing it, you notice all this raw chicken meat here. I can tell you now, I did not attack these chickens to get all of this raw chicken and feathers. My sword did not hit them. Instead, if we just stand here for a moment, we just kindly wait. Shouldn't take too long. There it is. There it is. When one of these lays an egg, it drops it into this, it detects that the egg's there, and immediately fires it. In firing that egg, it has a limited chance of that egg hatching a baby chicken. In hatching a baby chicken, it increases the number of entities in here, and increasing the number of entities reaches the entity limit, but the smaller chickens aren't as susceptible to that as the bigger chickens. So the baby, on spawning, will cause an adult to die. And because the adult dies, its loot drops, which is then picked up by the hoppers and put into the system. Yup. That's the most effective way of farming chickens. That is that is the most effective way of farming chickens. If you wanted to also, if you didn't want to use entity cramming, you could also set up this same bit of contraption here, but instead of having them all just bundled up, you could set them up higher and shoot out the baby chicken into a column of spider webs. And then they slowly descend through the spider webs. And if you have enough of them, if you know the exact number to place, just before they get to the bottom, they'll grow up. They're now an adult chicken. And then they drop out the bottom of the spider webs into a lava blade. They burn, they die, they drop their cooked chicken and feathers, and that goes straight into the hopper, waiting at the bottom. Up goes the chicken, yes. But the fundamental bit of having chickens over a hopper dispenser to make the eggs automatically hatch. Yeah. Sounds like a clock using chicken technology. It's not a clock because the rate at which chickens enter into the chamber is not fixed. It's RNG based. So it can't be used as a clock in that sense, no. But it is certainly a an industry. So yeah, unfortunately the game does not make much provision to do things in a more ethical sense, other than just don't have the chickens, because like you can't pluck them for feathers without killing them. For the sheep, sure, yeah, you could just shear them. Shearing them is the best way to go about it, if you're just looking for wool. The problem is the actual gathering is a pain in the ass. Whereas what you can do is set up automation. And the best way to automate it is make sure where they can't go wandering off. And in fact, you know the best way to do it? If you want to have a super rapid sheep farm, what you can do is you can set it up in the nether with a bone meal dispenser as well. Every time the sheep eats the grass, you bone meal the short grass to create a new grass block. Because sheep eat these, prefer them over the grass block itself. So you detect them eating that, regrow one before they need it again, and the cycle can just continue there. Which means you can do it in the nether at optimal rate of feeding them and shearing them. And the reason you do it in the nether is because you can then just not get flowers. You'll always get the grass. Always. You can similarly take villagers into the nether, and this seems so on the nose. It feels like they're actually just trying to make an allegory of real life, because if you take these villagers and put them into the nether, they consider it permanently daytime, and therefore they are permanently on the job. They are permanently on the job. And as a result, they will constantly refresh their workstations rather than having an off period where they don't refresh their workstations. Yeah, work is hell. Hell is work. Yeah. You send them to hell, and hell for villagers is they work without break. It's just so on the nose. It's just so on the nose. Now, you didn't have to do that. You don't have to go through those kinds of processes. You don't have to set up these things. The problem with Minecraft is that if you don't go through those kinds of optimization processes, gathering a lot of materials becomes an absolute chore. It really is. Villagers are just so damn powerful, and villagers which are zombified and unzombified and held in their trading pens are just so much more efficient. So much more efficient. Whereas if it was only a little bit more efficient, it wouldn't feel so bad going down the ethical route. But it don't work that way, does it? We have all these villagers and all their books. Because this thing is an RNG pile of mess that can't even do some of the things villagers can do. Stupid. That's stupid. So yeah, we got what we got on that. Right. That aside, I think the next thing to do is the thing I've been putting off. I really, really, really have been putting this off. I need to figure out how to roof this sensibly. And not just roof it, but decide if I want to make any further changes to the actual structure entirely. Because I'll be quite honest, it's not grown on me. I've not liked it. I tried something different. I tried doing a combo of a grey base and then using these pink and red highlights. And I've just at no point ever come to like it. You can see the block variation I've gone for. It's got detail, don't get me wrong. It's got detail. But I just don't like it. I just don't. Unfortunately, it is housing this very delicate sorting system. So, what can I do in terms of roofing this? First thought that comes to mind is that I could do something very un-Minecraft and put a curve on it. If we go with a curved roof, do that down the length of the hallway, and then off to the side this can be more of a box. That's one option. Not a huge fan of it. Another option is I could have it a lean-to and then a different angled slope on the other side. So again, have that bisection of the roof. Give this one a steep angle, that one a shallow one, and they meet at different heights. Might do that. Have in Minecraft blasphemy? I mean, this is a bit of a slope. Hello, Lagant. And yes, this is Minecraft. Am I thinking more Gothic Cathedral or Barn for the curve? Well, this doesn't really fit Gothic. It's far too bright, the choice of stone, to hit Gothic. And I don't really want to give it a kind of church vibe. I don't want it to have a religious kind of feel to it. That just doesn't fit. That doesn't fit. The whole structure, I think, is honestly just not fit for purpose. In terms of its design, it's just... I don't really want to tear the whole thing down and try and build something new around it at this stage. Not sure I want to do that. The question is, what direction do I go if I do that? This is where I run into a bit of a problem. Let's follow up with the moss and terracotta. Let's see what green palette I can make. Let me try green. I'll just go full in on green. What option do I have for green? I'm not going to go for slime green. We'll ignore that. But I've got terracotta. Can I do some concrete up? Grab the sand and gravel. Shove that into your... Okay, shove that into organics real quick. Grab our moss blocks. Right, I have a bunch of sand on me. We've got green dye, we've got lime green dye. Don't know why I split into 2 stacks, but whatever. Right. I need to clean my inventory a little bit, not gonna lie. Let's get rid of you. All you into there. There we go. Possible space to work with. I don't think the iron nuggets break the system. And Bro's saying, could expand it from the windows a bit and make it more warehouse kind of vibe. Second floor scaffolding something. Maybe. Let me focus on the green palette. I'll focus on the green palette. Let's see what we get with that. So, lime green concrete powder. Bam. Green concrete powder. Bam. We got so far all of these to work with. Is it night time again? Okay, let's compare it on the stone here. So we got you, we got you, we got you, and we got you. Alright, it's a good starting point. I wonder what these look like when they are watered. So let's wonder where the hell my water buckets are. There we go. Not very long wondering. Okay. Those two are exceptionally similar, so let's trade their places. That was slightly unintended. Okay, so this is a palette I could definitely work with. This is a palette I can work with. It's going to take a bunch of resources if I really hard focus into that. But yeah, I could give it definitely a kind of a forest vibe. If I go with that palette, and then I could use a kind of a dark wood accents. So I have dark wood buttons, trapdoors, fences, that kind of thing to surround it. I could have open air windows, surroundings. Yeah. Because then we'll get, again, a very solid organic feel to the area. This will have that dried out hay bale wasp hive approach to it. This, we just got the little greenhouse, and then this we give it more of the forested wooden approach. I think that can work. I'm going to say maybe green for accents, keep a neutral base, maybe some darker stone. See, I don't want to stick with just a neutral base, because it just looks drab. Whereas if I go hard on the green, I can give, similar to how I've given this a green base rather than yellow, I could do similar here by going with a wood focus base, maybe with some stony patches at the bottom to really blend it into the terrain. And then grow it up around there. Make it feel more of a living building almost. Not alive, but living. Use green and wooden to make tapestries built into the wall. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I need to get the structure first. Okay, Engineer, what we need now is relic loot tables for Minecraft. They're on the wiki. They're on the wiki. Alright, let's think on the woods. So I've got dark oak log, and I think dark oak is probably going to be an absolute winner on this. There we are. Don't know why shields interfere with that. Yeah, so we can see how that could definitely work well on that. And if we grab some dark oak planks, get ourselves some slab action in here as well. And buttoning. Like, we can definitely see how this will come together here. Yeah, that can work. And something I'm aware of in the organics, if I get some cherry saplings set up, I can get some cherry saplings in pots, which is placed around the area. I might plant them outright rather than in pots and put some string over the top to block them growing. And that could add just a little bit of off colour at the base around the structure. Definitely going to go for a very forest vibe on this one, yeah. So, question is, what resources am I going to need for this? Because this is 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 24. So we're looking at about 25 across, and it's probably about that way too. So a stack doesn't even go 3 blocks high on one side. Yeah, I'm gonna need a bunch of resources for this one. Okay, dark oak I'm gonna need a whole bunch of, yeah. HFI for nice industrial buildings, yeah. I mean, it's not a particularly industrial building, it's just sorting. It's storage. This is a lot of wood. But honestly, keeping things a more natural approach, it just feels nice. Unless, I could take this so many different ways, different themes, but this area is already just kind of sat on the cottage theme. Cottage, small garden, and so building more into natural just kind of works in this area. I mean, the whole reason we settled here is because it is the Flower Valley. Just the whole area is Flower Valley. And I still haven't collected this beehive. I've just left it here natural. Something lives here because it filled up. So as we come into here from this angle, this I think really shows the issue. That structure is far too blocky and grim. It needs to be finished. It needs a roof, of course, but even with a finished roof there, it just sticks out. And then this needs adjustment as well. I think the main farm ain't so bad. We could do with some trimmings. But this bridge, this very thrown together bridge, no longer fits the vibe. No longer fits the area. Yeah. So we're going to make a complete shufty on that side of things. I realise there is another type of green I can include. I could try the coppers, but I don't think copper is going to work with this palette, and I'll look at it. No, it won't work. That would clash. Yeah, that would clash. Not going to use that. We'll save that for a different kind of construction around here at some point. Okay, so I need to get, say, 10 stacks of dark oak. That seems like a very good starting point here. So let's drop these off in the softies real quick. I don't have sorting for concrete at this time, I don't think. Nope, so I'm just going to shove everything in this chest that I don't know what to do with. Right now, let's just do that. That's fine. That's sensible. Future can figure that one out. Oh, Stardust? Yeah, I do. I do indeed play a little bit of Minecraft here or there. Far from a main game, but I have it. Alright. This should be sufficient going to do what I need to do. There's nothing special I need here. So, yeah, let's go get a full row of dark oak logs from... I think we saw dark oak over this way. And yes, I know that structure is just kind of floating there. Let's not worry about that. Let's just not think about trying to incorporate that into anything. It's up on top of the mountain. It's a different biome at that point. Who cares? Ooh, hang about. Hang about, hang about, hang about, hang about, hang about, hang about, hang about. Would I include podzol? No. Focus on the dark oak. We can do detailing later. Dark oak first. Here we are. Oh yes, there's that. Let's not think about that either. It's going to take a minute to gather all of these logs, but it's fine. Just a little bit of a resource gathering moment. I know we said we weren't going to do loads of that, but it's just necessary for this construction. Whilst I cut this down, shall we talk Warframe a moment? Because I have been doing a lot of research and calculating for the next video, and boy howdy have DE made some changes they did not talk about. Oh boy howdy have they really made some changes. And to get us started on that topic, let me pose you all a question. Because I presume that anyone here, the majority of you also know Warframe. So, you'll be very familiar with a few enemies such as Oxium Ospreys, Boilers, and Heavy Gunners. Anyone disagree on that assessment? I'm sure you all know that. Know those enemies. Get rid of the knight. Here's the thing with those three, in the current iteration of Warframe, if you take those three enemies, level 25, yeah, basic star chart stuff, nothing too crazy, level 25, Oxium Osprey, Boiler, Heavy Gunner. Boiler is obviously part of the Infested. Oh, fuck! Okay. Boilers are obviously part of the Infested. Oxium Ospreys are part of the Corpus, and then you've got the Heavy Gunner part of Grineer. So out of those three, all at level 25, which one has the most hit points? Which one has the most hit points? Just at level 25. Is it an Osprey? Is it a Infested? Or is it a Heavy Gunner? Effective or raw? Raw hit points. Which one's the most raw hit points? I wonder if you know the answer. You'd hope Boiler, given the setup, you think it might be the Osprey? Interesting. And now if we include armor, which has the most effective hit points? Oxium Osprey, Heavy Gunner, or Boiler? Even including armor. Which of course the Boiler doesn't have. And no, I'm not going to fix that. What do we think is the most effective hit points at level 25? Again, you'd hope they're gonna still feel like the punchline's going to be Osprey. Interesting. Interesting. I suppose the very fact that I am asking does suggest that maybe something is a little bit unusual. Alright, let's pause Minecraft a moment there. Let me bring up the 2024 enemy level scaling spreadsheet. Sheet number 2, level to compare, level 25. So, a Heavy Gunner for health at level 25 has 1,600.5. A Boiler at that same level... Oh, sorry, that's what... No, I do apologise, that was the old amount. It used to have 1,600.5. Heavy Gunners now have 2,127. So they've gone up 33% at level 25. A Boiler now has 7,407 hit points at level 25. A 75% increase on what it was before. They have over 3 times the hit points of a Heavy Gunner now. And then an Oxium Osprey has 9,556. Just raw health hit points. Not shields, just health. 9,556. On top of, if I just go across here, 930.7 shields. If we use effective hit points to take into account armor as well, the heavy gunner is now at effective hit points 4,312, which is still significantly below the 7,408 of the boiler, despite having no armor. And the Oxium Osprey climbs to 13,587. 4k for the heavy gunner, 13.6k for the Oxium Osprey at level 25. That's kind of wild. That is kind of wild right there. That an Oxium Osprey can be that much tankier than a heavy gunner. So now, with that in mind, Umbrella, seeing as you're doing so well and being correct, at level 50 of those same 3 units, which one has the most effective hit points? At level 50. We've just gone from 25 to 50. A little bit of scaling upwards. Now which one has the most effective hit points? Is it the same creature? Because the level scaling, they're all the same level and all using the same scaling? Or has D made it even more complicated still? You think it's a boiler now? Okay. I can't remember, so I'm going to have a look. At level 50, the heavy gunner now has effective hit points of 70,000. 70,084. The Oxium Osprey has merely 60,356. And the boiler is at 61,526. The heavy gunner's taken the lead. And not by a tiny amount either, considering it was so far behind. So the same 3 enemies, when you meet them at level 25, the heavy gunner is much weaker than the other 2. And when you meet them again at level 50, the heavy gunner is just stronger. Just stronger. Because it is. That's it. There's no rhyme or reason to it outside of this is how the game works. You're not mad about it? At least it makes sense. Why does it make sense for the same enemies going through the same level up to have one of them go so much stronger than the others? How does that make sense? And I can make it still worse. I can make it yet worse still. Oh, this has been so much to dig through and try to figure out what to talk about in the upcoming video. What advice and guidance I can really give. Level 50 makes sense for the gunner to be beefier than Osprey and Boiler, but that's the thing is that if it's going to be beefier, it should be beefier, right? The fact that the lay of the land between the units changes. And those are just 2 numbers I've chosen as demonstrative numbers. There's nothing about them that makes them special. Those are just 2 numbers. How am I doing on these? Let's just get the other stuff out of that way. So I still need to do that again. So, Elite Lancers. Elite Lancers have been changed as a separate thing to everything else going on. They used to have a base level of 15. This means that they wouldn't appear before level 15. And when they did appear at level 15, they were using their base stats. Incidentally, this actually meant that when you first encounter an Elite Lancer at level 15, they would have lower tank than a normal Lancer. which admittedly was a bit weird. This would switch over as the levels climbed and the Elite Lancer would become stronger, but not initially. With no notification, no message, no nothing in the patch notes about it, Elite Lancers and a few other units no longer have a base level above 1. It's been changed. Which means that every single Elite Lancer in the entire game is now 14 levels stronger than it was. Separate to the actual changes to armor scaling and health scaling, they're now all 14 levels higher. Just because. A level 100 Elite Lancer prior to the update is now level 114, even though it says level 100 on your screen. Or at least, effectively, that's what it means. Yeah. I've reached out to Dee for comment on this. I'm waiting for a response. I don't expect to get a useful response. I've noticed there is a little bit of a trend on that side when it comes to these kinds of adjustments and changes to Warframe. But it is still strange that it's happened. And a little bit infuriating, because it's meant digging through yet more details to try and figure out what's actually happening in the game. The very idea of taking a game and going, yeah, we're just going to fiddle some numbers. They may have perfect justification for those fiddling, but, you know, tell us. Say when you do things. It makes sense to me. Because someone has a list of the changes they made. They can't just make changes for the fun of them. It's not how businesses work at this scale. Maybe my scale, but I'm a one-man band. Right. How are we doing on these? Still a bit more. That's fine. Now, there is some weirdness as a result of the varying equations fighting. Because the health scaling for enemies changes between level 70 and level 80. It switches from one formula to another. The health scaling up to level 70 is different for different enemies. I don't mean the base values change, I mean the actual formula for scaling their health changes based on their faction. And then when they get to level 80, or between 7 and 80 when the new equation steps in, that new equation is again different based on factions. And it's not just different in one variable, there are two different variables that change, and this fundamentally alters the scaling of the equation. Fundamentally. As part of this, the infested have become actually significantly stronger than they used to be. Significantly stronger. I don't remember DE making any mention of buffing the entire infested faction, but they did. When you then throw in the armor cap, both minimum and maximum, this produces some very interesting curves. Still are infested? I mean, just to go, you don't actually know the hit point changes as yet. I've just told you there's been significant buffs, and it seems like you're ready to just hand wave it like, well, surely nothing could have significantly changed, right? People would have noticed by now, right? I mean, those people who are either too new to the game to have a frame of reference, or those people who are so advanced in the game that they deal 2 million damage per shot and everything dies in one go anyway. Except for damage attenuated stuff, because that BS exists. That's enough items. How would you know? How significant? It's not quite order of magnitude, but pretty significant. Pretty significant. Let me head on over to base. I'll bring up some numbers for you. Yeah, Rully, yeah. I was completely unaware of the double application of the shield bonus on Corpus. I was entirely unaware of that Steel Path modifier applying twice to their shields. Just wild. Assuming it was true, to be honest. I mean, they put it in the patch notes, but just wild. So, level scaling. Level, let's say 150 Steel Path. If we take the Boiler, the increase in their effective hit points under the old system at level 150 Steel Path, a Boiler would have 381,000 effective hit points. Which is just 381,000 hit points. They didn't have other health to matter. 381,000. Now, they have 1.68 million. 1.68 million. That is a 341% increase in hit points. They are nearly 5 times tankier than they were before. D didn't make any mention of the infested faction getting that buff. In addition to this, the infested charger, those basic level units, their effective hit points at that Steel Path level 150 level went from a piddling 26,000 to a more respectable 118,000. Again, a 348% increase. And yet, a Deimos Carnis, one of those Deimos infested, it also got a health increase, but not as big a health increase. It also got a health increase of 236%, but its effective hit points have gone down. Its effective hit points have gone down because of armor. The armor value didn't change. It still gets the same at that level, 902.9 armor, but it no longer gets the 2.5 times multiplier for Steel Path, and the effectiveness of armor is lower too. Which means that the Deimos Carnis dropped by 18% effective hit points. So, things are just all over the place. At level 150 Steel Path, Elite Lancers are 8% tankier, Troopers are 27% tankier, Butchers are 126% tankier, again assuming you don't strip any of their armor. Heavy Gunners are 60% less tanky. 60%! Oxium Ospreys, 53% less tanky at that level, again because of armor scaling. Elite Crewmen, 81% more hit points, of which 209% increase in health, but only a 6% increase in shields, not even counting the Steel Path bug, which makes them technically weaker. Pauper Steks are 55% stronger, Mowers 63% stronger, and again, the largest portion of that is actually in their health, not their shields. The Corpus. Shields, not going up. It's just all over the place. And where's that graph gone? Ah yes, here we go. Let me just expand up this graph a bit. This, unfortunately, it's a white graph on a spreadsheet. I work in light mode for spreadsheets. Y'all are just going to have to deal with this. Let me switch us over to the other view so I can bring you this. Here's your flashbang. Common unit effective hit points across major levels, non-Steel Path. This green and blue line here, these thin lines, are the Rogue Culverin in the Murmur and Elite Lancers. Down at the low levels, up to level 50, we see that Rogue Culverin is pulling quite far ahead. It's got twice the effective hit points. But when we get to the change in equations at level 70 to level 80, the Elite Lancer just shoots up and overtakes the Rogue Culverin. And then up to level 100, the Elite Lancer continues to get better and better than the Rogue Culverin, but then the Elite Lancer just stops. The line just goes and flattens out across here, while the Culverin continues to scale, until the Rogue Culverin overtakes the Elite Lancer again to become stronger than it, but then it too flattens out. And you notice even that these are coming together at much higher levels. The Elite Lancer overtakes the Culverin again. Just look at what is happening there. Look at this weird, wiggly, loopy, swoopy stuff. Same two units going through the same level process, having completely different lines in that regard. How are you ever supposed to intuit how strong a unit is or not, with Warframe scaling at that point? And the beady-eyed of you might notice there are two more lines down here, the Elite Crewman and the Charger. They have sod all effective hit points. And you'll notice the yellow line is above the red line. So for example, at level 150, the Charger has 47,000 effective hit points. The Elite Crewman, 36,000. The basic infested unit is stronger than the basic Corpus unit. And it's the Corpus where you can bypass some of those effective hit points with Toxin, yeah. D have done some right weird stuff. D have done some right weird stuff. And again, basically unannounced. They said they were making some changes. They did not go into the slightest bit of detail about these. It's wild to me. At level 70 it looks like they inverted. Yeah, I'd need to zoom in to bring up the exact nature of that, but yeah, there's just all kind of silliness going on there. It's a whole thing. It really is a whole thing. And that's what I'm digging through at the moment, to try and bring up all this information, see where the lines cross, and try to figure out what needs communicating, how best to communicate it, to put that all into a video, because my god, how many other people are going to be able to put together such a raft of information? There are those who can figure it out, many of them supporting the wiki, and thank goodness for them. And there are those who can make videos, and then there's me in the middle of all that. That's my niche. It's in Rogue Culverin's EHP, which can become difficult to kill. Breach J Shadows, get beat out by Elite Lancers is wild. Let me just remind myself. Rogue Culverin, level 300. We're talking Netracell. Netracell doesn't get the Steel Path benefit, does it? No. So I'm going to put it down just level 300. Rogue Culverin previously had 1.7 million effective hit points. Now it's down to 900,000. It's a 46% drop. And that is with no change in health. The only change is in its armor. Because the armor is capped, at level 300, it takes 84% more damage at full armor than it did before. Meanwhile, level 300 for an Elite Lancer, they've gone up 77% in their effective hit points, up from 551k to 977k, causing them to overtake the Rogue Culverin. So previously a Rogue Culverin had 3 times the effective hit points of an Elite Lancer at level 300, non-Steel Path. Now they're about the same, with the Elite Lancer actually slightly above it. At that same time, Heavy Gunners come down 30%, Troopers have gone up 120%, and Butchers up 209%, but they're still 43,000 effective hit points, who cares? It's just wild all over the place. Corpus Techs at that level have gone up from 155k EHP to 248k EHP, a 59% increase, of which the majority is in health. It's just... Why has the Elite Lancer gone up by that much? Part of the Elite Lancer increase is the fact that their base level increased. So if I change the base level back to what it should be... Actually, it'd still be a 71% increase. The base level change had a 6% effect. Never mind. Yeah. D have made some interesting equations, but my god, it's really just a lot of changes all over the place, and the percent change on a per level basis is a wiggly line as different things kick in or kick out. FatCat2345, thank you very much for subscribing at 25 months. Welcome back to the channel once again, my dude there, and that lovely bronze teapot next to your name. Cheers. So yeah, the changes are a little bit wild. Just a little bit wild in Warframe. It's a lot to process with all that. Okay, so we've got these. So next things, I've got a bunch of terracotta. I'm going to need to have a whole bunch of green dye to shift that all. I'm going to need that same green dye then for the concrete powder. I need to do some moss, and then lime green, I think I got a whole bunch of it already, yeah. So let's get cooking up some of that cactus I've been farming. So specifically what I was farming it to have green available. How's this farm doing? Ah, plenty. Look at that. Beautiful. And in here? Beautiful. Also, minecart got stuck. I don't know why it does that. It runs perfectly for so long, and then it'll just get stuck. I don't get it. Minecarts. Let's go refill the lava. There we are. Okay. So we'll just leave that running for a bit. So, what's going to be the best way to go about changing all of this? I think what I can do is, if I replace logs, I replace with just logs, do it up to a maximum of 3, but I leave all the granite stairs in place, just for now as a placeholder, and have the logs dip in and around the non-stair granite. Just give that a bit of a looking right there, see what that does to it. Yeah, let's tear this out. At least at this level, I am happy to just take out that one as well. Take out a 3 and a 3, do a 3 there. Please do not get in the way of the pickaxe, Ali. Oops, I took a stair. Whatever, we'll take that stair then. A little bit of organic failure is fine. Okay, so that's where I want to have the logs in. Just to get started on that side. Do all those. So, we just start popping these down like so. Nothing too fancy. And making sure to keep them all the correct orientation as well. That is important. And again, it's just giving it a bit of a texture all the way. We don't want things to have all the same rings around it, or bars of lines of stuff, because that does give it a very inorganic look if that happens. We want this all to look like it kind of came together naturally over time. Not like it naturally established itself, but more we built it with what was available in a coherent manner rather than printing it. Now, look at this. Wonder if a few logs on the bottom turned out might be an idea. I go like here, 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 here. We do this out on that side. One that turned out, not sideways. And then, in terms of stripping, yeah, We leave just occasional unstripped one, but strip the majority. I think there's a block just hidden in there. That's fine. There we go. With those dead ends. They all look their best. There we are. Already that's giving that more life. I'm probably saying on the J-Shadows update, after level 75 to 80, enemies receive increased stats such as health at a slightly increased rate to prevent EHP stagnation. It's important to note that the increase in health scale is not meant to match the EHP values seen by previous levels of armor. The whole reason they reworked armor to begin with is because it was all too encompassing, and now all 2 minutes have more HP than before. Yeah, so it's all a bit of a mixed bag, Umbrella. They weren't very clear on the reasoning for increasing health. The whole section on the increase in health seemed to be of the understanding that it was more focused on countering the armor changes, but not entirely. But what we instead have is every faction has had some kind of buff to their scaling. Every faction. And it's, if anything, just further reinforcing one of the bigger issues with Warframe's design on a mechanical level, is that you can't look at an enemy and gauge its difficulty. If it says it is level 25 or 225, you can only get a feeling of that compared to having done those levels already. If you encounter a brand new enemy that is level 25, you have no idea if that is a brand new level of 25 with hit points up there, here, or actually just down on the floor in its cakewalk. You only find out when you shoot it and it either dies or it doesn't die. That's the entire feedback you get on it. And that to me does come across a bit wild. I'm going to run out of inventory space if I do that. Let's store you in here. I do not need any of you right now. Do not need you, you, or you, or you. Actually, I might want you. Definitely want you. Go. So let's get some slabbage going. And I'm going to have some fences. Not that many. A little bit of buttoning. Not much. Yeah. Roll with that. Won't do stairs for now. That can come later. It's night time. Okay, so getting started on this. Let's move the torch over. It just needs to come away from that green chair a bit. I just want a few kind of spots that it splays out a bit. And then I know I've just covered up that log there, but that's kind of how these things develop. Yeah, little bits of mess just to break up some of the spaces along here. There we go. So if we could give you a look back on that there, you can see how that's created a very dark but not grey base to it, and it's got texture all the way along. We get some height on it as well, see it from up there. Yeah, you can see how it has got bits coming out. It looks a little too regular here, actually. I'm just gonna straight remove this slab. Just remove that one, yeah. But it just gives it a whole bunch of texture to it. Looks like tree roots coming out? Yeah. That just gives it a whole chunk of new life there. So, the red is definitely not staying, the pink is definitely not staying, and the grey stone is definitely not staying. That's all just kind of template for where the walls are at. But we've got our brown base, and it's from there that I want it now to shift very starkly into the green. I may have gathered far more of this dark oak than I'll ever need for this, but it's fine. Better to have more than too little. So, this here is the terracotta. Let's grab the terracotta chest. And let's crafty that up. That's going to go through a lot of the dye. Don't know how much I need. Let's just do a stack for now. No, let's do 2 stacks. That was pointless the way I did that, but whatever. So again, I'm now going to go through and just start replacing some of the stone and the stairs. And again, I want to aim for about 2 to 3 blocks of movement. Where it's lower down, I can afford more than 3 blocks of movement. Only where it's low down. That one might be a bit too much. We'll see how that one comes out. There we are. With this, let's just fill that all in real quick. And for now, don't need to worry about doing anything with the glass. All of that can come later. There is no rush on any one detail. It's just restructuring at the moment. There's a block missing there. There we go. This has definitely darkened the entire structure. But that's not in itself a bad thing. Oh, there we go. There we go. That is absolutely taking the right direction. Yes. You can clearly see where that is going. That is good. Alright, so with that in play, next one up from that, which is just a small tone shift, is the green concrete. And that's going to take a little bit of constructing it. Yeah, let's grab stack of you, stack of you. Green concrete powder. And I'm going to go for 1 stack of that. Let's go convert this. If I... It's not going to convert here, is it? No. No. It's not how that bit works. It is a water source in there, but not like that. Bollocks. Need to get closer to do that. What? Stop bouncing. Stop. Right. There we are. There we go. Not the best way of doing this, but it works. I don't need to build a whole concrete production chamber just for a stack. Although it does mean that a bunch of it goes flying away. One more piece. Where's it at? There it is. Alright then. So this green concrete then can go in as the next layer up on top of this lot. And again, I want to keep that focus of having the right levels to it. Now, at this point, I'm going to actually employ scaffolding. It's been a while since I properly used scaffolding, but this is definitely a scaffolding moment. So, do I have my scaffolding here? I've got 64 over here. That should cover us, actually. So if I go here, I think, Yeah, this will do. And then... There's another thermite at the bottom of the chest if we need it. Yep. Oh damn, am I hitting something? I am. That's annoying. Let's just grab the scaffolding I dropped here because it all popped on this annoyingly. Oh yeah. Okay. That just quickly creates a walkway for me to use here, and it's very easy to remove as well. So, once we'll be removing 2 to 3-ish. Don't want to go too much here, and yeah, I need to be removing these as well. I'm going to go with the stairs, have those spots dedicated dipping in a bit. Like, I'm only going to remove 1 there. Going to try and keep that in mind as a shape. Let's move that as well. I need to go the full way down. With 2 of those ones. There we go. And this concrete. There we go. That is beginning to fill in just nicely. We can already see it as it's being constructed. This is getting the feel I'm looking for here. Still not sure what I'm going to do with the glass areas. Oh, there we are. Nice and painless development from that. Just rip out the scaffolding. And the benefit of scaffolding, no long, tedious cleanup of all the different floating blocks and trying to get the positioning for it. Just pop the bases, out it goes. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. I think... I have an idea. Curve. I was looking at the thickness of this, and what I can do is I can actually curve this up and over to get a dome effect to the green without having to dome the wall. And then I can accent the edges, which will give an indication of kind of light coming in from the angles being shaded by the roof more. Yeah. That will capture it nicely. Weird floating blocks aside. I've just been paying attention to the options I have available to me, Umbrella. That's all it comes down to. Go up here. You've done that a bit high. No, that's actually good, just right. And then I'm going to drop on that one again. No, that's just the right spot. There we go. Excellent, this gives me access all the way across. In fact, it gets me to here. I hope this doesn't burn. I'm going to stay a few blocks away just in case. So if this burns whilst I'm on it, that's annoying. It is nighttime. There we are. And one other bamboo incident. Yeah, especially considering scaffolding is, you know, made out of bamboo. Trying to learn my lesson there. So, if we go here, 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 bring it right through these ones, then up there, I think that might have been too far with that. Yeah. I'm going to need more green concrete. Let's just jump over the wall. May as well use the opportunity. Let's get another stack of that and go craft it up. There we go. We'll just, again, fish up the pieces that launch themselves off. That's why I can turn that blackstone chamber, not blackstone, deep slate chamber underneath the bamboo hut into. I can turn it into a concrete maker. That should work. Let's grab this. It should add up to a stack. One bit. No, there it is. Get ourselves up onto here again. So we got these gaps through here. Not you. Like so. And if I... what I wanted. There we are. Go up onto here. Let's get just a little bit more like this. Give us the basis for our not quite arc. Or do I, no? Do I want to make this smoother? No, let's go smooth on it like that, and then they'll get a little divot. Just kind of give it this organic shapeliness. By saying, this is a nice change from the usual, hey Ken, can you solve every problem I've ever had as soon as I enter stream stuff that's become weirdly common lately? Yeah. I think part of it comes down to how I've reacted to a lot of that as well. I'll be honest, I've not had some of the best ways of processing that. And it's led to some uglier moments. But I'm working on being better than that. Pep Lucent with a hydrate. Cheers, Pep. A little bit of tea left. Pep Lucent. The right person to be here right now. What we're thinking on the change of vibe from the old stone and granite, going instead for a more organic approach to fit in with the rest of the kind of cottagecore vibe that I seem to have landed on. I think, yeah, if I get mossiness on the top here and just hang it off maybe a little bit and then transition into roofing, that should be good. Roofing, I think I'm probably going to want to go oak. Give the lighter wood up top. It's a mix of the two, O'Reilly. It's a mix of the two. People can expect what they expect. At the end of the day, anyone can come to this channel. That includes people who are looking for the deepest dive of every detail ever. That includes people who have the most fundamentally basic questions they could have just Googled. That's people who want me to dissect an entire build for 2 hours. Sorry, that's a Patreon exclusive. That includes people who are, well, put together mature individuals. That includes children. That includes drunk idiots. And part of the problem with Twitch chat is I don't know who's who. I don't know who's who. But that doesn't mean that I can be any uglier about it. So I'm working on that. Much like I'm working on these building skills. Alright, let's transition now into the moss. I don't think I'm going to go into the line, but it might work as highlights in places. Now it is moss time, and for moss I need to generate moss. Good news is, I have a mountain. It's just moss waiting to happen. So, there we go, grab these bone blocks. Let's store off these other bits of green that I don't need to be holding on to right now, and the pinks and all the rest of it, yep. And moss I do want to bring out the hoe for, don't I? With the hoe go. Oh no, where hoe go? Is it here? There it is. Hiding away in the back of that chest. Let's move a few things up. Just to help with the sorting. It's the one downside of this system. Okay, so I got the bone box. Turn those into bone meal. There we go. Oh, let's fly up. No, actually, let's stay within the mountain. I don't want to create an eyesore up top. Oh, there's a gap here. Do I have that on me? Let's fix that gap. Otherwise, I'll forget and I'll be annoyed later as well. Okay. Let's just do... Not there. There. That's better. Alright then. Cool. Gap fixed. Let's get into the mountain. There we go. Now, I don't want to break things around the... Oh, no. Oh, no! 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 When did the flying machine break? Oh, I never thought about flying machine breaking the cactus farm. Oh my god. I just heard another one break. Not the base, Ken, not the base. Still need the plantation. Please be careful that I don't break the honey. I just need to get the bits. I think it's when something just by chance grows. Oh fuck! Grows up in the middle of the flying machine going through. I think that's when it breaks. Okay. And if I pop this. Uh-oh. One of these, when I pop them, should get it to move. What if I... That's not good. Oh, right, because it's trying to move all of these. That's what's happening. There we go. Right. So with that done, I then need to do the same over here. It's trying to move all of those. And now... Crap! Come on! Nope, wrong way round. Why are you refusing to budge? Is this just broken? It's straight refusing to budge. Pep loosened, it's probably because of you, yes. You just have this innate ability to... Nah, it was broken because of something. Oh, feck. Give me that. Well, actually, yeah, if I cut off the ends, maybe it'll fly. And then I can re-establish the connections and take it from there. Did that really just grow up in the middle of me doing this? Why is it not flying? What block is missing? What? How is a block missing? Is a block missing? What's a flying machine? It's a redstone contraption that powers itself to continuously move in a direction, which would, in this case, knock down all the bamboo, which is still growing at an incredible rate all around me. Okay. I don't know which bit is broken. This one's moving. This one is not activating. Is there a block that has fallen somewhere somehow? What should be happening here? Oh, did this get stuck and should be here? I don't think that's the case, but I'm going to try that. Hey! There it is. Let's force this to trigger. There we go. That's going to run to the end and stop because this is going to need to be manually triggered. There we go. Let's reconnect these. Manual re-trigger. That should pick up its other pieces and continue flying. And we have our reset. There we go. Okay, that's reset. Now I need to deal with the cactus. It never even occurred to me that the cactus could get broken off by the bamboo. Like, straight up wasn't a consideration of mine that that could happen. This is why I build maintenance hatchways to everything. Okay. So. I need a cactus here. Do I have my scaffolding still? I do. Okay, I can use this to help me out. There we are. Scaffolding for the win. Use that to move me to here. Ow! 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 That was slightly silly, but it works. I don't need to worry about that falling down there. Okay, that one's going to despawn. Whatever. It's a little bit of scaffolding. Separate with a layer of string, maybe? You know, that might actually be a really smart idea. Yeah. Because the cactus can still fall through the string. Yes! Pep, thank you very much. That is actually the right thing for this. Perfect. How did... A bit of bamboo got up here! You two go away, so I can do you. There's a bit up here. Nope, not. Yeah. Slightly more than I intended to break, but that's fine. There we are. Would having some permanent scaffolding around the edges be worthwhile for maintenance? Yes, but I'm not in a position to set up such permanent scaffolding in a useful manner right now. Just having it on me is sufficient for giving me access to all this. So that is now set up. I definitely want to put string in here. Can I just place the string? I should be able to. Let's give that a whirl. Still need to light up more of the local area. Is the inventory looking? So I've got space. Good. Right. Save this rockets. I'm just going to use the elevator. Let's go to the string farm. Oh. Whoop. There we go. Grab a few stacks of that. Alright. Hit. I do love having those drop shoots. But you didn't only play Warframe, still a little surprised to see. Yeah, fair do. This is what we call on the channel Variety Friday. It is always a variety. Sometimes, very occasionally, it's Warframe. Mostly if there's a dev stream. But otherwise, it'll be not Warframe. Because variety is the spice of life. For starters. Write that down. And secondly, it just gives me an opportunity to share in more other interests. Granted, I know that my viewership is about 150 lower when I do this, but that's just showbiz, baby. There we are, yeah, I can just place this here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ring all of the sand. So long as I just hit the edges of the sand, that's where bamboo could grow and cause issue for the cactus. So if it's there, it can't cause issue for the cactus. Makes perfect sense to me. This isn't load bearing, is it? Very sci-fi having them elevated drop shoots? Not really. More magic. Wait, I don't need to do up here. What am I doing? Yeah, if it's blocked down there, it's blocked. Okay, so I do need to make sure I've got it all the way across. I didn't think about that. There are some mid bits. How am I going to do that properly? If I get scaffolding on this layer... allows me to walk across without breaking any of the cactus. There you go. So that's all covered. That's covered. That's covered. I think that's got the coverage. Yeah. That looks like I've got the coverage. Alright. Pop. It all drops down. String is placed in pretty much every area that could need it. Looking all good. Yeah, there's nowhere left that I can place the string, so this is protected. Maybe over here. Again, not load bearing, I think. There we go. Oh, that is fully stringed. There we are. Pep, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. That was a very smart idea. Okay, with that fixed, why did I go there? Moss. That's why I went there. Moss. God, I just realised the time. Alright, let's be very quick on the moss, because we just want that satisfying bit, and then I need to pep along. Up drops. Pop those into there. Stones and whatnot, just shove them in here. Don't need to think about them. Need the bone meal, birch can go in, cactus can go in, blossoms can go in, bamboo can go in. Rockers don't quite fully stack yet, but that's fine. I've got my hoe, string can go in. Got this right then. Oh, and that. And it's a good thing I went inside the mountain. I checked out ADHD stream. More like that was a very pressing issue that needed fixing right there and then. Right there and then. Let's get a little away from all of my farms and whatnot so we don't break anything. We should be safe deep in the mountain out this way. Yeah, let's go over here. This'll do. Up. Okay, maybe not the smartest of place to start. No, let's do it here. Up. Yay, mosses. Moss. Up. Stop. Oop. The noise isn't necessary. It just eats away at stone, nice and easy. And you can even call yourself Fey and Landscaper in the process if you do it outside. Just let the game do it for you. Yep. Expected to spread all the way up here, but sure, why not? There we are. I'm doing this away from all my stuff. I'm not breaking anything I've constructed, so no redstone falls apart, and I've got myself nearly 2.5 stacks. I shouldn't need too much moss, so let's take this for now. Especially as I found a gravel pit. Screw that. 2.5 stacks should cover what I need. Oh, did I light that up? Yeah, it's well lit. Okay, cool. Head our way back through the cactus farm. That's all running lovely down there now. Excellent. And we still have our resident Enderman. I don't know if he's ever going to go. Okay, grab our scaffolding again. I appear to have lost a few pieces along the way. I think some of it got eaten by cactus. Did some of it make it into my storage chest? Yes! Good. I'll grab these whilst I'm here. Only lost a couple pieces to the cactus. I'm fine with that. should be enough height. Yep, okie dokie. Still not sure what I want to do about these little bits in the middle. I'll think about those. But these stony bits, these curves, I definitely want to mossify those. So let's tear them out. And cross so. Why did I farm moss instead of just using it to modify stone here? Because I want control over the spread. I didn't want it breaking anything else. That would be bad. That's hitting the edge there. Let's go this way. Storage system has completed its sorting. That's not good. Let's tear these out. Do I just convert stone to moss? Yeah, I don't know exactly how far it would go, and that's not the kind of thing I gamble on. I lose when I gamble. That's why I didn't gamble on the election. Alright, so this gives me a good basis to then turn that into a roofing aspect from here and on a future development. But let's take a step back from all this now. I'm going to place that with moss. Kind of a couple bits earlier than it should arrive. We get like a spot of it in here. Just a little detail on it. And like these floating blocks, because otherwise they'll just annoy me. Come on. Come on. Thank you. I could just jump off, don't know why I was walking along it. Blendino? Alright then, so with all this development, all this resource gathering, all of these approaches, and it's night time, let's deal with that, because otherwise a creeper might just walk up on me again. I'll just scaffold my bed, yeah. Who doesn't, you know, scaffold their bed occasionally from time to time, eh? I'm hoping that Twitch will not ban me for scaffolding my bed. With the red windows, it looks a little bit wrong at the moment, but ignoring that, I like how this has come together. The switch from that stone with granite lines to this now, I like it. Play hardcore? I have done. Thanks for the suggestion. Also, I have got that curve slightly off center, and you know what? That's going to add character to the roof development. To again, similar to this, just have it all a little bit haphazard. This is nicely constructed, but gone a bit mossy. It's very straight sides. If anything, I'd probably want to put some fencing down the side, similar to how I did there, to create kind of like a piping effect. But this, yeah, this facade definitely has the right approach to it. It still needs a detailing. Absolutely needs a detailing. That's where more of this kind of thing at the bottom across here will work out nicely. But that's all just kind of a development process with it. But it fits the area so much better. I do like how that has come together. And those little bits of moss in those gaps on the way actually just work so well on it too. Such a solid organic gradient. And when you think of the blocks in use, we've got logs, yep, fair enough, fence posts, trapdoors, and slabs. We've got terracotta followed by concrete and moss. What am I thinking of the windows? Retint or replace them entirely? I think retint with the blue that I'm using here. Because that blue, that kind of cold, watery vibe, put those into here as well. It'll almost look like little lakes in a forest. Obviously it's vertical rather than flat, but it's more the, as someone said earlier, the tapestry effect that it creates. So yeah, I think just straight replacing those with blue could come out real nicely. And looking at it on the interior as well, yeah, I mean that just still works out, doesn't it? I can replace those iron bars with wooden fence posts and it'll still work. Like sky peeking through the canopy, that works too, yeah. And in fact, what I could do is have these alleys hung on different parts of the building. I could use the alleys as decoration. They can add life to the build and add to the, because of their sky blue nature, add to the imagery of just bits of blue peeking through in the rustling of the leaves. That, oh, that just nails it, yeah. Good Times with Sky would love that. So would Gemini Tay, I think. Alright. We're over time. We're far over time, but that was necessary just to get those bits in. I'm actually really happy with what the direction that's going. Got a lovely little bee guard, and the switch over to the moss there was absolutely on point. We built this twice. Built it twice. It's all good. I think that's where we're going to wrap it up today. Alright, y'all. Thank you very much for joining in. I do hope you have enjoyed this much more chill approach to it all. And got a lot of good construction done. I'm quite happy with how it's all come together. I'll see you in the next one for some more Warframe on Sunday with some new information you'll be looking forward to as well. New news to share. But otherwise, that's all for now. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.